What's up, Brotherhood? It's your Friday guy Kai here again. First of all, I want to apologize for how this video is going to be. For one, it's really last minute. I'm shooting it really last minute. I'm super busy today. I have to pack up and clean my whole dorm. We're getting ready for winter break, and I have a psychiatrist appointment in actually just like a few minutes. I checked my wrist like I had a watch on, but I don't. So, that's why this is the way it is. It might not be edited or might not be edited very much. I'm sure you'll find out. You'll know by watching this video. But currently, right now, I don't know if I'm gonna edit it or not. So yeah, that's just my little disclaimer. Also, I have it like I have my camera just sitting on stuff. So sorry the angle is a little, but that's about it. So guys, this week's topic is advice for the holidays with or without family. And so, I guess I'll just start right into that. For me, at this point in my transition, family's pretty, well, easy might be the wrong word, but going to family, they really can't misgender me. I mean, they could, but like, it's kind of awkward and like, recently the family I usually see around the holidays, most of them are on board. Like the majority of them, like I think all of them actually are pretty much on board, and it just is what it is. So it's not like something I deal, but it is something I used to deal with 100% of the time. Seeing family, especially like if you're like transitioning and you haven't seen them and you do see them, that's always a little scary and like I don't know, it's just like gives me a lot of anxiety. It used to give me a lot of anxiety. Still gives me a lot of anxiety if I see family members who haven't seen me in like the past 3 years or so, because that's when I started physically transitioning and all that. So first of all, advice for dealing with family. For me, I wasn't much of a corrector back in the day when I wasn't really passing or before I physically transitioned. I really just didn't correct people much. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big thing. I mean, it was a big deal, but for me, I don't like conflict. I don't like any of that, and I just kind of dealt with it as long as I could. The biggest thing you can do is find your friends, your online community, and if you do have family members who do accept you, those groups are good like support systems for when if you have to deal with people who are misgendering you and calling you by a name other than your preferred name or anything like that. You can take that moment, deal with that, and then later when you have a moment to yourself, go to those people who do accept you and do validate you to kind of balance that out, reward yourself, if you will, for going through what you did with the people who aren't fully on board with your transition. At this point in time, that could always change. You never know. People do come around sometimes, so just because they might not be yet accepting or on board with your transition doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. For people who maybe don't have family to spend the holidays with and stuff like that, there's it's pretty much the same thing, fine. You can and will be able to find those people who do accept you for who you are and do love you unconditionally as you deserve. So if you are one of those people who may not have family for whatever reason to go to, again, the online community is really great. There's sometimes things going on in your real life community that you might be able to check the local community for different events and stuff if you do want to get in the festive spirit. And if not, holidays, at the end of the day, they're just a day that we've determined for one reason or another is this special day. And if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to. If you want to sit at home and ignore that the holiday even exists, do it. No one says you have to be all festive or happy for the holidays or go spend time with family. the end of the day, it's just a day. But if you do want to be festive, there are sometimes activities going around locally. There's definitely, I mean, everything's online. Uh, so there's definitely stuff you could find online. Maybe if you enjoy doing like arts and crafts or something like that, you could do something festive for other people who may be in a similar situation to yourself. So like other people who may not have family, if you want to make like little cards for them for people or something like that, and then like send stuff out or do something like that. Sometimes that can make people feel better, like helping others or just using your situation to help someone else in a similar situation. Maybe that could create some connections for you and others who may be in similar situations to yourself, and you could kind of end up getting your own little holiday festivities with your little chosen family. So that's I don't know. This wasn't much advice. Like I said, I'm not, especially with my family, I wasn't a big like corrector or anything like that. Anytime people were corrected, it was usually someone else in my family who did that for them. Uh, After my name was changed, I remember my first like holiday after my name was changed. Someone called me my old name, and my dad was just kind of like, "Well, he their names legally changed to Kai now." I don't remember if I was like pronouns at that time, but yeah. So um, for me, it was mostly just kind of finding that balance between dealing with having to go through that, being misgendered and all that, and then rewarding yourself. I mean, you deserve it, but going back to finding those people who do accept you and spending time with them and taking in what they're giving you more than what the people who aren't quite on board yet are giving you. So I don't know if that was helpful at all. I hope somehow a little bit, maybe. Um, but yeah, sorry for the last minute video, guys. I have to go to my psychiatrist appointment, so I'm gonna do that. But happy holidays if you celebrate anything. If not, happy December. And I love you all so much. As always, stay strong, stay safe, stay you. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.